Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Now before we start this video, let me just tell you guys, okay? I had to restart this video because the first one was absolutely crap. So I went on YouTube just to see like what videos I wanted to plan in the future, and this one popped up. I remember watching this video all the time, and I thought that I would just do this one and put it up and see if you guys liked it, see how you reacted to it. It's the 50 facts about me. I believe it was a tag. I just went on Google and found some questions, and I'm gonna read them and answer them. I tag everybody. If you want to do it, just do it. Have a good time with it. Do it with friends, do it with family. This is a way for people to find out more about you that they didn't know. So yeah, let's just get into the video. The first question is, what's your favorite candle scent? Now, I don't really have a favorite candle scent. I don't really have any candles. I love the smell of candles, and I love to have candles in my room, but I don't have a favorite candle smell. If it smells good, it's okay with me. What female celebrity do you wish was your sister? Honestly, I don't know, because I really don't know. I've never really thought about it. If I had a sister, I just want somebody who's gonna be fun, I can hang out with, and who's just as crazy as me. I don't know which celebrities like that. I'm pretty sure there's a whole bunch of them, but I don't know right now at the top of my head. What male celebrity do you wish was your brother? I don't need any male celebrities as my brother. I have 5 brothers, and that is more than enough for me. I love all of them. Do you know a hoarder? Yes, my mother. She is the biggest hoarder you will ever meet, and she's not one of those hoarders where like you walk into their room or their house and everything is everywhere. No. I don't know about anybody else. If I buy clothes, I'm gonna wear them. I understand if you have them for like a year, a little more than a year, 2 years, okay, but like the past 10 years, come on now, mama. You don't need that means you don't need it, because if you don't wear it in the like year or in the 2 years, you don't need it. But she doesn't. Me and my brother we both said that to her, and she doesn't agree, and we're just there like, it's okay, you're in denial. First step is accepting. So she's gonna accept one day. The next one, can you do a split? I used to be able to do a really good split, but not anymore. How old were you when you learned how to ride a bike? This story. I actually don't know how to ride a bike. I did try at one point, but I don't know whose bright idea was to put me on a bike as like a 4 or 5-year-old on a hill. So can you imagine how that turned out? So from then, I've never practice riding a bike again, and I won't ever practice riding a bike again. I have a fear of it. Can you swim? Sorry, I got like kind of just not distracted, but I couldn't find the question. Can you swim? No, I can't swim. I've actually almost drowned, I believe 3 times. I didn't learn my lesson after the first time, and I didn't learn my lesson after the second time, and I'm pretty sure I'm not going to learn my lesson after the 3rd time, because I still go into big bodies of water like a crazy person. But I can't swim. Actually, that 4 times. I've almost drowned 4 times actually. I do want to learn. When I was younger, I took swimming classes, but like I said in my adoption story, the link will be down in the description bar if you want to check that out. It's a really good story. I did take swimming lessons, but I was misbehaving, so it was kind of like a privilege to me, and they took it away from me. And yeah, I was kind of like sad and bummed about it, but I was like, hey, no drowning for me. The next question is anyone in your family in the army? No, no one in my family's in the army. I have some friends that were in the army, but nobody's in the army that's in my family. What would you name your daughter? I have 3 names that I really like. I probably wouldn't name my daughter these anymore, just because I want to give her something unique, something meaningful, something special. Not that I want to give her a name that not a lot of other children or other people will have. But the 3 names I do like is Alexandria, Anastasia, and Amelia. Alexandra, I really like. I've always liked Alexandra. I don't know. I actually have a friend named Alexandra, and I really love that name. It's such a beautiful name to me, just the way like Alexandra. Anastasia, I really love Anastasia, just because I really love the movie Anastasia, the Disney movie from back in the day. I really do love that movie. Who remembers having the Disney books? I had all the Disney books. And the Anastasia book that I had a tape where you could like listen to the story. I remember those days. Those were the good days. And I really, really love Amelia because it sounds so beautiful. I am subscribed to the Saucony Julies, and they have, well, now they have 3 kids. Son named Eduardo. They just had a daughter, and their oldest daughter's name is Amelia, and I think that name is so beautiful. It sounds very pretty, and it just, I don't know, something about it. Just say it with me, Amelia. And then imagine that in a British accent, because they are they're Ireland, and they're Irish and they're British, but like just Amelia. It's really nice. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it's also Italian. It's an Italian name because the mom is from Italy, so I think it's a Italian name. Kind of sounds Italian, but those are my top 3 names that I would name my child, my daughter, if I decide that I don't want something unique, but I'm pretty sure I will. What would you name your son? I've never thought about it. Not that I don't want to have a son. For me, it's just easier to do girl things, like pick girl names, what my daughter's room will look. I find shopping and thinking about things for men the most difficult thing in the world. I can't, like, I remember one year for Father's Day I wanted to buy something for my dad, and I was stressed out. I was like, oh my god, I don't know what I'm gonna get him. I don't know. And it's not like I don't know what he likes, but it's just, to me, I find it so difficult. So I really don't know what I would name my son, and I don't want to name him anything junior, just because I see that a lot of times when you name a child after their father, people expect them to follow in their father's footstep, and I don't want that for my son. I don't want that for any of my kids. I don't want anyone to make them feel like, okay, well, you have to follow in the footsteps of your dad. Your dad did this, you have to do this. Your mom did this, you have to do this. No, they're their own person. I will help guide them, but they don't need to follow into my footsteps. They have to make their own path. All we can do as parents is just help guide them and help them learn what's right from what's wrong, and from there they have to learn and be their own person. What's the worst grade you got on a test? The worst grade I've ever gotten on a test is a F, and I got an F in math because I hate math. I don't think I've ever hated anything as much as I hate math. Math is like my enemy, so please don't ask me how I graduated from high school with a A in math, because honey child, I don't know. And in New York we have I don't know if you would call it like a state test or a final test. It's like a state final test. You have to take it at the end of each grade, I believe. And my last year, I think my last 2 years in high school, I got like an 80 something on my math, and I believe that's like a B. Everybody, like my parents, my counselor, everybody was like, girl, you did that, okay. No tutor, no nothing. So whoever my teacher was, thank you, because math was not my thing. What was your favorite TV show when you were a child? Now, somebody tell me if you remember these shows. As Told by Ginger, Scooby-Doo, not the Scooby-Doo that's on now, Scooby-Doo from way back. As Told by Ginger, Scooby-Doo, Dexter's Laboratory, Rugrats, Hey Arnold, like those were my shows. Courage, my 2 favorite shows as a kid was Scooby-Doo and Courage. Courage had me scared because, you know, younger, like you just, I don't know, I was scared. But now that I watch it, because it does come on like Boomerang late at night, now that I watch it, I'm not scared, but they're still like my two top favorite kid shows ever, like when I was a child and now. What did you dress up as Halloween when you were 8? I never dressed up for Halloween. It wasn't like I wasn't allowed to. It was just something that I really wasn't interested in, really. One year though, like as I got older, I was probably maybe like 18, and I started working. Like I graduated high school and I started working, and I started going to college. One of my coworkers, she throws like amazing parties. Like although it's like at home like parties, they're really good, and she puts a lot of thought and effort into it. We threw a Halloween party, and me and another coworker, we dressed like we didn't really dress up, but we had the headbands, Mickey and Minnie. And we had fun, you know. It was like we had patalitos, we had sangria. It was a lot of fun. I think that was like one of the best Halloweens I've ever had. And there was a few years before that where I did go trick-or-treating, but I wasn't dressed up. And it wasn't like I didn't really think like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that next year. I just think how trick-or-treating isn't for me. I'm more excited when it comes to kids and seeing kids trick-or-treating. That's what brings joy to me instead of me going trick-or-treating. The next question is, have you read any of the Harry Potter, Hunger Games, or Twilight series? I've read like a book out of each trilogy. I believe that's what you would call it. I haven't finished them, but I've read like one of each. Then I think that's the proper way to say it. Would you rather have an American accent or a British accent? I would rather have a British accent just because I think it is so unique and it's so beautiful the way they say certain things. The other day when Beauty and the Beast came out, me and my friend went to go watch it, and I forgot what her character's name in the movie is called, but the kettle, teapot, she said puppet, and it just sounded so beautiful to me, and I was just like, oh, I wish I could. And I'm subscribed to like Zoella, her boyfriend Alfie Dave. I'm subscribed to them, and when I hear them speak, I'm just like, it's so beautiful to me. I don't know, it's just so beautiful. What's the first amusement park you've been to? Like I said in my adoption story, I did live in Florida, and we went to Disney World all the time. So that was like the first amusement park I've ever been to, and it's freaking amazing. Even to this day, if I was to go back, I would probably still love it. I just think it's so nice. So never been. I suggest that you guys like try to save up money because it is a little expensive. You know, theme parks, they charge you like an arm and a leg just to walk. So if you've never been, I think try to save a little money and like go visit or something. If you don't visit Disney World, visit Universal. Universal is so fun. I think Disney World is more for like, you know, the little kids. If you're a little older, you'll probably like Universal a little better, but definitely check one of them out. But the first one I've ever been to was Disney World. What language besides your native language would you like to be fluent in? Spanish, French, Russian, Irish. I believe that's what you call it when it's a language. Irish, I don't know. Those are like the top 4 that I could think of. Spanish definitely, because I've been taking Spanish since elementary school, and I don't know much. All I know is hola, ¿cómo estás? Bien, ¿y tú? Buen baño. At work, like I think everybody just likes to make fun of me at work because those are the only things I say. And if you ask me a question or you say something to me, I'm like, see, that's it. I don't know anything else. So I would really love to learn Spanish. The next question is your father bald? No, he's not bald yet. He's not bald. I love that man. His hair is actually turning gray, and he's just like, hey, whatever, I've reached the age, let it gray. Let's see, have you ever had Indian food? No, I've never had Indian food. I would actually love to try it because I heard it's really good. So maybe one day I'll do a vlog and I'll show you guys. Let's see, have you ever been to Olive Garden? Yes. I had an ex-boyfriend who took me there for my 16th or 17th birthday for the first time. That was the first time I ever went to Olive Garden, and it's really good. I love pasta, so anything with pasta is my jam. What would your parents have named you if you were the opposite gender? I don't know what they would have named me if I was a boy, but I do know my mom wanted to name me Renee. She really loved that name, Renee. She actually didn't give me a name. All like the name that I have, Lamore, my middle name, someone else like suggested it, and she was like, okay, no problem. If you have a nickname, what is it? My co-workers call me Lammy, and one of my friends from like a few years ago, her dad used to call me Lammy, and I really like that name. I don't know why, I just really like it, and I think it's a pretty name. I honestly, I don't know why, and every time I hear it I think of a like just a pretty little cute little lamb. I don't know. I don't know. My dad calls me Lala. He's the only one that calls me that. A few years ago, people used to call me Kiki, but no one really calls me that anymore. Who's your favorite person in the world? I have two favorite people in the world. I can't pick one. My mom and my dad, and they're my favorite people in the world because I love my parents. I really love my parents. When you whistle, I recently learned how to whistle. I didn't know how to whistle before, so let's see. Yeah, baby. Eat breakfast in the morning? No, I don't eat breakfast in the morning because majority of the time I have to be at work by 7:30. So in order for me to be at work by 7:30 on time, I have to wake up at 6 and leave my house by 6:30. It's too early for breakfast for me. That's too early for me to go make breakfast or anything, or even think about breakfast. Most of the time when I wake up, I don't think about getting up and eating. I think about getting in the shower, getting dressed, and getting to the train and getting to work on time. And I try to squeeze out every minute of sleep that I possibly can because I need my beauty sleep. I need sleep. How many times have you been to the hospital? I've never been to the hospital for myself. I personally don't like hospitals because I feel like you walk in okay, you walk out horrible. Now, when I say you walk in okay, and I know you go to the hospital because something's wrong, but meaning like you walk in and you're like, oh, my head hurts. That's it. You walk out and you're like, oh my God, this headache is going on for 5 days. I can't get rid of it. You go to the doctor tells you you have some condition, and you're like, but I was perfectly fine all this time until I went into the hospital with a slight headache. I've been to the hospital with my aunt, and I literally told her, I was like, if I get sick or something happens to me, I'm suing you. I don't know if you got anything, but I'm suing you because this is your fault. I didn't want to come to the hospital, but you had to get sick. That's literally what I told her. Have you ever seen Finding Nemo? Yes, I love Finding Nemo, and I just recently watched Finding Dory. I believe that's what it's actually called, and I love it. I love it. If you don't like Finding Dory, come on. Finding Nemo, Finding Dory. Hello, beautiful. What's the last compliment you got? I actually got a compliment from someone, I believe last week, and it actually pushed me to start this channel. Because I have been wanting to start a YouTube channel for a long time, but a gentleman came in and he was like I was taking care of him, and he was like, you know, you're beautiful. And he was like, you're very beautiful. And I was like, thanks, thank you. And that was like the last compliment I got. And right after he gave me that compliment, I was like, I need to start my channel. I don't know. I know him saying you're beautiful doesn't have anything to do with my channel, but it was just like, that kind of gave me that motivation, that push to just be like, do it. And here I am. 3 videos in, baby. Hey. Do you usually remember your dreams in the morning? No, not unless it's a very vivid dream. I think the last dream I do remember having was like scary. I was scared to death. I woke up and like went crying to my father and my mother. I was just like, I don't know what it means, and oh my God, and it's so sad, and I'm scared, like literally. And I'm not afraid to say it because that dream had me shook. Okay, it had me shook. What flavor tea do you enjoy? I don't like tea. You won't really catch me drinking tea unless I'm sick or my parents force me to drink tea. I can't stand tea, and I can't stand mint. This is not a question, but I'm gonna make it a question. What's one flavor you don't like? Mint. The only way you can get me to drink mint is if I'm sick and I have to drink mint tea. I have to brush my teeth. I have no choice. and Listerine. So mouthwash and toothpaste, that's the only way. I don't understand. I have a hate for mint. I really do. Like, I don't know how people can just eat mint candy or mint flavored ice cream. I'm just like, I'm there and I'm like, I smell mint and I feel like I'm gonna pass out. I'm just like, I don't like it. How many pairs of shoes do you currently own? Honestly, I have no idea. Say roughly sneakers. I have maybe like 6 pairs of sneakers, 3 Uggs, 1 Timberland. When it comes to heels, I have no idea. I think I have like 30 pairs of heels, and some of them aren't even here. Like, I have a lot of shoes, so I'm blessed. How old were you when you found out that Santa wasn't real? I honestly don't know. I think at a young age though, I realized Santa wasn't real. I think probably when I was probably 6, just because like they didn't like I said, I moved to Florida when I was 5. I know I mentioned this a lot, but it is, you know, a part of the question or part of the answer. I moved to Florida when I was 5, and they didn't really do the whole Santa Claus thing. So like, although I knew of Santa Claus and I knew in the movies and everything like that, they didn't really do it. So I probably, like, by the time I was 6, and my parents never did it either. I don't think a lot of Caribbean people do it. So the whole Santa Claus thing, like, I still believe in them though. Maybe one day, one Christmas, when I get a chimney, he'll come down. You never know. Put out some cookies and milk for him. That's all the questions that they have on here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like this video and leave a comment. And I want to say thank you for everybody that's liking my videos. I know I'm only 3 videos in, but I do appreciate it a lot. All my friends and family that are supporting me, I want to thank you guys a lot. So stay tuned for more videos, stay tuned for better videos, stay tuned for vlogs, stay tuned for a lot of things that's about to happen on this channel, okay guys? So like I said, don't forget to like, comment, and hit the subscribe button, baby.